maybe I should give Mike a call. I dread to think that that really was the last time I'd see him. He didn't even say goodbye. Don't worry about tomorrow, just push through the day. 'Cause when tomorrow comes, today's problems will fade away. Don't worry about tomorrow, just push through today. 'Cause when tomorrow comes, today's problems will fade away. Mom? Is that you? Yes, my son. Though I passed away years ago, today is the day I reappear and show you the way to let your fears them go. And I'm sorry I didn't go to your funeral. No need to apologize, my child. I realized my style of motherhood wasn't good. I wasn't never a mother before, so I chose the drugs and I fiend for more. I understand, Mom. But why are you speaking in rhyme? You can say I get a bit hip in me old age. Just yesterday I was freestyling with Biggie Small. Yes. We have fun here on the other side, you know. You'll soon see when you get here. Wait, you know Biggie died in 97, right? Of course. He passed on to the other side 6 hours and 3 minutes before they turned off my machine. That's why we called each other twin, because we both experienced life after death the same day. Only his death was more tragic than mine. So I heard. It's just strange hearing you talk about Biggie like that. Why you think it is strange? When instead we did, we all pass on to the same other side. I guess I'll have to take your word for it, Mom. It's not like I've been dead before. Well, you'll find out soon, and I will be waiting for you. Mom? I'll be with you in a second. I'm about to jump in the shower. Can I grab you a drink or anything? No, I'm fine. I had a quick breakfast before I left. Back in a minute. I needed time to process everything. It was a bit much. I mean, you gotta understand, somewhere in between those 31 years that we've been apart, I actually came to the point where I accepted that you was already dead to me. It sounds harsh, but it was necessary. Let With so many mixed emotions. Hence it took nearly a year for me to accept your friend request. But I know that I'll never stop loving you. You're my brother. I mean, I even gave your middle name to my son. Do you, think I get to see him before I... Just don't say it. And unfortunately, the answer's no. Me and his mum haven't been on good terms for a while. The baby mama drama can be stressful, huh? Try 5 years. That was the last time I saw him. But surely you have rights as a father. Have you not considered custody? She had a restraining order against me. I guess that was enough for her to plan her escape. She moved out of town. I can't say that I exactly blame her for it. I mean, I wasn't nice back then. I slapped her about a bit. Life is getting on top of me. By the looks of it, it seems you were the wise one out of us. Huh? Oh, my wife has been dead for 8 years. Breast cancer. She was diagnosed exactly 3 months after returning back to the UK to look after her father, who had had a stroke. I joined her as soon as I found out. What, and there's been no relationship since? I mean, handsome girl like you? Only with the bottle. I am a recovering alcoholic. Been sober for 2 years. But I thought you were a man of God. Only for the last 8 months. It's a shame it took this cancer to make me choose the right path. I'm drinking some more. There's some filled water made up in the fridge. It had been the first time I slept in about a month. But you see, the thing is, during the dream, it was like I actually felt her presence in the room. She was singing this song, and it felt like a sense of peace. And then she told me that she'd be hanging out with Biggie in the afterlife. Can you imagine? I mean, I knew she had a sense of humor. I mean, you didn't know Mom used to write spoken word? I never knew that. Well, to be honest, I didn't at first. I mean, it wasn't until she passed on. Aunt Rita brought round to the foster house that I was at a box full of her old things, you know, to keep his memory and thing. And yeah, amongst that was the notebook, and it had some spoken word in it. Are you sure you don't want me to fix you something to eat? I mean, these prawns are really good. Nah, I'm good, bro. Carry on. You know, the last thing she said to me before she left in my dream was that she'd be waiting for me on the other side. And as she said that, I felt like the weight had been lifted from my shoulders. And suddenly life began to make sense. See, I truly believe that we're on this earth to experience different emotions and also reflect the different sides of God as we were made in his image according to the Bible. So I believe when we return back to our spirits after this body dies, only then will we truly be at peace. And you got all of this from one dream about Mum. Mike, I'm telling you, man, it was more than a dream. She was sat right where you're sat right now. And you know what? Go on. She did not look the same as she did the day the social services took us away. She looked older, as if as if life really went on beyond the grave. She looked about 65, 70. Mum was about 42 when she died. So you see my point. What is your point? My point is this. Death is really nothing to fear. I mean, the fact that Mom has aged since her death 6 hours and 3 minutes before Biggie Smalls was killed, it's a clarification. You probably think I'm crazy, right? I actually think that you might have a point. I mean, you said she spoke to you in rhyme, and you didn't know that she wrote spoken word. And you said she also told you she was waiting for you on the other side. Look, I used to dream about Mum all the time after she died, but none of them matched what you described as a dream about her. If that's what makes you feel comfortable about, then there's no harm in thinking that way, is there? Do you remember that time Mr. Wilkins had caught you running down the corridor? And I mean running, like, they used to call you Christy. You remember that, right? And you know how Mr. Wilkins had that deep voice? He'd be like, Watson, come here now. And he made you empty your bag, and all he found was a football. Oh, he was like, where's your book, Watson? And you gave him the shoulder shrug, like, I don't know. Surprising that neither of us turned pro, due to how crazy we were about the game. Kicking the ball is all we wanted to do. It kept us out of Mum's way, I suppose, I mean, we used to play until the streetlights came on at night. I actually had a scholarship for a soccer team when I was out in America at Stratford University. It was around that time that my friend got killed by that cop. I started hitting the bottle. I stopped turning up class and sessions. Then I flunked out. My bad. It's all right. We were just happy reminiscing the good years, and then I come and let's keep it upbeat. How about I challenge you to a game of FIFA? Mr. Alfred? Let's do it.
He sees a class ball through to split the defense.
Now that's how you finish a goal.
Incredible to hold up the
I told you I'd come back.
He's shot away. Lovely goal.
Booyah!
Even Steven, what a piece. Great from the keeper.
You don't give me more than I can handle. No, no, you don't give me more than I can bear. More than I can bear. And the strength you give me is always ample.